All right. Peace, power, and love as always. And greeting. This is gonna be. I say it's gonna be a short one, but we'll see how I'm led. But uh, if you're liking the content, smash up the likes and like, share, subscribe. Like I've been saying, I'm just another man who's concerned about us. I'm nobody special, not trying to get rich, not trying to get famous, none of that. Strictly about us, and bringing good content and, sooner or later being able to actually dialogue with the brothers and sisters who are interested in the content and truly interested in changing the condition. Um, I'm talk to my brothers for a moment, and then I want to talk about Ajika Owens. AJ, I hope I pronounced her name right, Ajika Owens, but AJ Owens as she was referred to. But before I talk about the update that I'm sure everybody's heard in her case, I just wanted to talk specifically to the brothers. Um, it's time that we, as black men here in America, take our positions. It is time that we not only recognize the problem, but truly put in the time and the effort to correct the problem. It is time for us to be the providers and providers of protection as well. Um, it is time for us to provide safety for our children, our women. It is time for us to be who and what we were put here, excuse me, what we were put here to be. Um, I feel as if we as black men have taken the back seat and allowed the woman to take the lead when that is our righteous position, to be the lead, to be the provider. Um, it is time for the black man to defend what is his family, his children, the elderly, the community. It is time for the black men, for the black man to provide opportunity. It is time for the black man to also help to educate. It is time for the black man to get back involved, in other words, wholeheartedly and collectively, and stop allowing the world to make your decisions, and start making the decisions that you know are the right decisions, and not just in your personal lives, but just as a man, period. Because when we do what we're supposed to do as black men, things will fall back into place. And things are out of place within our communities. Things are very displaced. When we, as the man, the power, take back our positions, then the pressure will lighten. Don't believe me? Try it. Let's try it. We do all these other ignorant ass dance challenges and all this other stuff. Let's really put together a challenge that's gonna make a difference. Instead of all the nonsense challenges that we participate in that don't help us one way or the other. So let's get back to being who we really are, and let's put that challenge back out there. Let's put out a black culture challenge and bring our real culture back. Let's put that challenge out there. Let's put the challenge out there where the black men provide and protect as we should. Let's put that challenge out there. Since we do all these other dumbass challenges that don't really make a difference here nor there. It's time for the black man to put things back in order. And when I say that, I mean in every aspect. So that we can put our homes back together. We can put our families back together. We can put our communities back together. When the men are in the lead, when the men are standing hand in hand instead of throwing knives at each other, we should be just like this at this particular point in time. And see, when we become like this, we can get our young brothers to become like this. And then they can get the young brothers behind them to follow suit. And y'all get the picture. And so on and so on. Because it takes real men to raise and produce real men. And that is why it is important for us, especially us, to teach our men how to be men. That means pulling your damn pants up. Real men ain't got to show they ass. We all know we got an ass. I've never understood that, and I love my brothers. No no harm meant. I love my young brothers. I love my young people. They the next ones that's gonna have to enter this fight. But we have to, as black men, carry ourselves in a respectful way. Like my granddad used to tell me, respect will take you further than anything. And that is true. Just simply being respectful. Seeing if we have self-respect, showing respect to others is an easy thing to do. But when our young people are running, when our young men are running around here lacking self-respect, we get what we're getting out of them. And it's time for us as black men to reach back, because we've all been young black men. And times are different, but the game is really still the same. Just different times, different methods. That's it. But it is time for us as black men to regain control. See, our power can cause a true redirection of our communities as a whole, collectively. And we have got to start learning how to put our egos to the side, because like I say, I ain't doing this to be famous, well known, because I still want to be able to go to the store and come home without nobody really knowing me, where exactly I'm at, all that. I don't need all that. I do this because I love my people. I do this because I'm led to do it. I do this because as black men, we need to get back to basics. And making sure that this system and this programming doesn't continue to happen to our young men and women as well. You know, being programmed into what this society needs us to be. When we can take back that control and make them what we know they can be. Think about that. Really think about that. And this is the power that we possess as black men, as a black people, as a black community. And I'm going to say it, as a black nation, because that is truly what we can develop right here within these Americas. We can still build something for us, by us, and be supportive of that. We as black men have got to show our people that we can, as black men, work together. That we can, as black men, grow, do business, build. This is why I often say it is not so much about the things you want. We should be focused on the things that we need. If we focus more on the things that we need, it makes it so much easier to obtain more of the things that we want. By simply uniting and doing what we should be doing as black men anyway. Period. You know that? I mean, just doing what we're supposed to be doing as men. Providing. And not just, I mean, financial is part of it, and I didn't say financial because I'm really not trying to stress the financial part of it. We know that comes with it. I'm really trying to stress every aspect except financial, because sometimes we allow our focus on money distract us from our survival. And I'm more about our survival than I am anything else. Because if we can't survive, we can't gain anything. If we're not surviving, if we are not preparing for survival, if we're not preparing our children on how to survive and survival, those are necessary things. We don't know what will and can happen. Think back to the pandemic when things were really shut down and people were in a panic and panic buying everything, and you couldn't really find stuff in the stores. Think of that on a much more mass scale with more longevity. And then think about not having anything to call your own and still having to rely on a system to provide you with sustenance. And we saw how that went. They were not prepared, and then very preferential as well. Let's just be real. We need our own. If we don't have our own, we will never survive. And yeah, you can have all the money in the world, but if they won't let you in, it don't matter. You can have $1 billion, but if they don't want to let you in their club, if they don't want to play ball with you, then what do you got to do? You got to build your own. So that's what we should be doing anyway, as opposed to continuously building and making these corporations stronger, which allows them to oppress us better. So we've got to be the ones to change that narrative as black men. That is our job. This whole earth belongs to us. We need to take it back. And it's time for us to start community by community, city by city, county by county, state by state, until it's north, east, south, and west, until we are galvanizing ourselves, mobilizing ourselves, protecting ourselves. See, we have got to get down in the dirt to protect our women and our children. Without our women and our children, we have no future. We can't have no babies. So if they keep killing our women, those are our producers. Those are the ones that bring forth the next generations, our children, our jewels. So without the queen, we become less and less. Without our children, young men, young women, we become less and less. That subtracts from our production and our ability to produce in the future. So this is why it is important, black man, that we become the true protectors, warriors, leaders, providers, and everything else that we're supposed to be, because it is necessary that we do so. Yes, they give our queens much more opportunity to play their game, because a woman is much more easier to control in their minds. But see, what we can't allow them to do is take that power and use it for their benefit, and that's what they do. That's why I say we need each other. I'm going to throw that in there. We need each other, because we don't know what's coming down the pike, but we know what we're going through right now. And with what we're going through right now, we better know that it's only going to get worse, because it only continues to get worse until we do something about it. Black man, my brothers. So this first portion was really for us. I mean, our wake-up call is upon us. What are we going to do? We cannot allow ourselves, our women, our children, our elderly to continue to suffer the way we're suffering. And we're letting it happen simply because we refuse to come together. If enough of us come together, correct, problems will stop. Believe me, if enough of us come together, correct, the problems will stop. I mean, it's as simple as that. Just like the bully in the schoolyard. You know how it go. He gonna bully you until you hit him, fight him, give him what he want. Either you gonna win or you gonna lose. But you can't lose them all. And you can't win them all. But you can't win none if you ain't fighting. And it's time for us to fight, not just physically. Not just physically. Mentally. Spiritually. We got to grab ourselves, like I've been saying, and like I've said in prior videos, and rebuild the village. We got to bring that village back. Black man. And we have to be the chief architects of bringing this village back into existence, so that our women can take their places and our children can be children again, and we can have something that resembles peace, at least amongst us, within our communities. We can shop amongst one another. And then not only that, help another brother get him a business going. Helping one another. Instead of hating to see somebody doing something just because you didn't do it. We got to stop being jealous like that. Something else my granddaddy told me years ago. Don't ever be jealous of another man when you can go and do the same thing that he's doing. So why are you jealous of somebody that looks like you, that can maybe even help somebody in your family get into a better position? Maybe even show you how to start a business or whatever. We got to stop being so damn detrimental to one another and be more happy and supportive of one another. We really ain't about each one teach one. If you hate to see somebody building a business, trying to grow a business, you ain't really about each one teach one. Because you hating on this man because he's doing something that you not doing. And we do that. That runs rampant in our communities. We do not wholeheartedly nor collectively support black businesses. We don't do it. Okay, uh, that's something black men. We got to be the architects of all of this. Everything that needs to happen within our communities, we're in control of it. We have the ability to make it happen or not by simply starting the conversations, by simply linking up with like-minded brothers that you know is on the same flow that you on. Because it's about the flow, creating a current, creating something that when if anything gets in the way, it is ran through, devoured. Like I used the example the other day. Individually, yeah, we're strong, but together we knock down walls. This is where the power is. This right here. Not like this. Not everybody doing their own thing. We need to get collective right here. Black man, right here is where we need to get collective at. In our thoughts. And we all know what we need within our communities. We all know what we want. Because, like I say, I've been a truck driver for 22 years. I've been all over this country. And my people have the same look on their face. Everybody that I've ever talked to in my 22 years over the road, I don't care what state I was in, wherever. If I run into one of my brothers and sisters and we strike up a conversation, it's always the same conversation. We all have that same look of wonder, despair, and what next look in our eyes. And we don't even really look at one another how we should. We should be more approachable to one another. And there were brothers that I met that really wasn't that approachable, but for the most part, the brothers that and sisters that I met over my 22 years, very approachable, had good conversation. And, you know, like I say, it's just amazing how sometimes you run into people who are like-minded and, you know, you talk for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, and it just really is a conversation that sticks with you, you know. So, yeah, black man, it's time for us to do our job and do what we do. You know what we do is lasting, like I always say. What we do has longevity. You know what we do right here, nobody can touch. Can't nobody touch us right here. This is what it really is. Period. So we need to really put that to work for us. We need to harness that and put that to work for us ASAP, like yesterday. Because these supply shortages are going to continue. You know, there's still a driver shortage. That's my career for the last 22 years. Now, I know it's still a driver shortage. Hell, I haven't even been able to drive because of my back issues, you know. So this is another driver that's not in a truck, not delivering goods, you know. And we really do need experienced drivers. This is why I say black men. Like I'm in transportation. We have black men in law. We have black men in medicine. We have black men in carpentry, electrician, plumbing, uh, all types of areas in life where we are in and involved. And this is the knowledge that we need to be given to our young black men. Pathways. Not only that, we need to start focusing more on taking that knowledge that we're getting from them and putting it to work for ourselves. Building our own. Having our own crews, construction crews, more transportation businesses, more carpentry businesses, just everything. We need that. We've got teachers, all of that. We've got everything that we need. We need to bring that together. And black men, we need to control that so that we can provide the safety that will be necessary. Oh yeah, please know that it will be necessary. We all know history and what they have done whenever we take our nothing and turn it into something. They sit back, watch, wait, and hate, and then they come and take it. So that's been history. They don't want to see us building and mobilizing like we should be doing. That's all I got on that subject. Like I say, I wanted to touch on the Ajika, and I hope I'm saying her name right, AJ Owens case. And we all know about that case by now and what happened. You know, and this is really this case, when I heard the update earlier, is really what led me to talk to my brothers for the first few minutes of this video, because it's up to us to change our condition. It's up to us to confront those who are keeping us away from the freedom, justice, and equality that we thirst for, long for, and deserve. AJ Owens, you know, this case really is just so unnecessary. But once again, this system come right in and protect that devil in the blue dress like they always have. And black man, it's time for us to go hard for our women and children in the same way, because they got a whole system behind them that will allow these situations to continue to happen. AJ Owens, young mom. I believe they said she had 4 kids, if I'm not mistaken. Really haven't even paid attention to that. Just really been trying to pay attention to the details and follow the process of what they're doing with the culprit. And like I say, they're going to always systematically protect that white woman. Black men, we need to do the same, because there is no way that this sister should have lost her life the way she did. And then to have it taken by that devil in the blue dress really makes it even worse. Because from what I understand now, they're not even going to move forward with the murder charges. And I too question, like, where are the fathers of her children? See, and this is why I say, black men, we need to be involved. And I'm not perfect. I mean, I've got my faults, but time, as long as I have it, I have the ability to correct that. But we really have got to put our best efforts into ourselves, and especially our children, telling them the right things, making sure they're doing the right things. Um, Black men, we're needed, despite what society and America says. Um, this whole case with this sister, just it angers me. And then, her 9-year-old or 10-year-old son, I've heard some people say 9, some say 10, but anyway, her child, uh, to be standing right there at the door with her as she was gunned down, murdered, it's going to stick with him for the rest of his life. And in the meanwhile, this devil in the blue dress that killed her won't face any charges. How many times have we saw that this same narrative play out over and over, only to be enraged to a calm? And I say that because we go from angry right back to just doing the same thing that we were doing prior to. And that's what we can't continue to do. That's why it is so necessary for us as black men to get involved, to start being providers of change. And this case, just like with that devil in the blue dress, and may she burn in hell, Carolyn Bryant, who told the lie about Emmett Till that got him killed. And just like in this case, she called 911 telling a bunch of lies and doing all that old white fears and tears. You know how them white women get. They'll start that shit. We've been seeing it a whole lot with these Karen clips that, a lot of these brothers provide on their platforms. A few of them. So we've been seeing that happening on a weekly basis. How these white women are just losing their minds. No. How they are reverting back to their natural character. And I was telling people 4, 5, 6 years ago, pay attention, because they're going to start exhibiting their natural characteristics. And look at them. And especially that devil in the blue dress, because see, that's where everything perpetuates from. And 9 times out of 10, most cases, back in prior you know, caused black men to be lynched and murdered were because of white lies, white women lying, and white women's tears. Because check out these Karens, they'll start something, and then when you don't back down, they go immediately to calling the slave catchers and doing that crying, that white women crying. I'm scared for my life, bull. See, if you really scared for your life, keep your lips together and keep going and doing what you're doing. Because in all of these Karen clips, the commonality is they place themselves in situations that don't warrant their opinions nor their presence. And see, we've got to protect our queen the same way. And rest in peace to the young sister, AJ Owens. And my continued prayers and condolences go out to her children and her family, because that is tragic. And then just how this system has always done, just like they've always let black killers walk, you know, they don't even pursue charges. They need to refile charges and maybe file for a lesser charge. Because, you know, just think back to when this happened, and it took them a couple of days to even arrest this devil in the blue dress. And it's evident that she did it out of anger, and she knew that her actions were going to provoke a reaction sooner or later, because they said this is not the first time that she has cursed at those kids and mistreated those kids. And then, like this particular day, they said that this woman actually threw a roller skate and hit one of the kids in the foot with the roller skate. Luckily, it didn't hit him in the head. Then she had got a hold of a tablet that they had left, and when they saw that she had got the tablet, they went back to get it. She threw it at one of the kids and hit one of the kids with it. It fell to the ground and broke. So yeah, she knew what she done was going to warrant a reaction. And of course, me as a parent, I would have went and knocked on her door too. You had threw a roller skate and hit my kid. You threw a tablet and hit my kid. What is wrong with you? But, you know, just like America does, you know, they want to make the true victim the villain. And they still want to try to vilify her, even though she did nothing wrong, but all she did was knocked on her door. And this white woman knew what she had done, and the foul stuff that she had done to those children. Call them out of their name, racial slurs, slave, nigger. Yeah, so she knew what she done. And now she's gotten away with it. That is not just murder. That is a hate crime. But see, we don't have that protection because this administration doesn't see it necessary to put that legislation in place to protect us. So we got to start protecting ourselves. Seeing in this situation, even if she should have called the police maybe, but then, you know, you get the police out, they gonna side with the white woman. So at least have a man that you can call in those situations. Because You know how these people are mentally. They psychotic. They beastly. They're violent. Every characteristic they tried to give us, they actually own it. They actually own it. See, these are the situations that we can prevent by simply being present and making our presence known and being on a collective effort to change the condition, because that is what we need to do. Black men, my brothers, I love us. I love y'all. I love us. I want us to be able to survive. Survive. Experience true peace once and for all. That's really all I got. So disappointed. So disappointed, like I say, that our lives are not worth more, that we can never even get justice in the majority of these cases. It's angering. Anyway, that's all I got. Just wanted to jump on here and put that out there. Like I said, if y'all liking the content, like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna try to jump back on here. I was gonna try to do it tomorrow, and I still may do it tomorrow, because I'm gonna try to do 2, maybe 3 parts series. Just some information and stuff I found doing some research, and I wanted to bring it to y'all. I wanted to talk about the black family, past, present, and then just really future, what I think, we could be doing. But this gonna be, really about the black family and what it used to be. A lot of things that caused it to diminish, but anything that's been broken can always be fixed. Just my philosophy. I'm a strong believer in that. Hell, I've been broken and refixed. So I'm a witness to that myself. So with that being said, like I said, if y'all liking the content, keep watching, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Like I say, can't wait to get live so that I can really interact with the people, because really that's what it's about, connecting. And we have the ability to connect spiritually. We just, so many things that we have, we ain't learned how to tap into, and we'll get there. We'll definitely get there. To my listening family in Boston, Massachusetts, on activatemedia.org, thanks for listening. Check out the YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe. Y'all get it every Friday at 9 p.m. on activatemedia.org. So once again, appreciate Patrick Wilson for bringing me on with that. And like I say too, also, we're working on, bringing other people to the platform, and I'm gonna be linking up with my brother, my comrade, later on in the week, and we gonna talk about getting the main channel up where we can post all of our individual videos to that broadcasting station. BAMN Broadcasting is what it will be under, by any means necessary. And like I say, we're still working on that, and everybody's just trying to figure out when they gonna get started doing it, and all that, you know, just the small bits and pieces that are left to be put together. Um, so if you're liking my content, it'll be more content to come. And like I say, everybody, just to give you a different flavor and all, you know. Like I say, I can't wait to go live so that I can actually interact with the people and just really have more of a dialogue as opposed to sitting in front of the camera. But anyway, you do what you do when you love it, you know, and when you love yourself, you want to spread that. So that's why I do it. Anyway, appreciate y'all for watching. Like I always say in closing, let's plan, let's organize, let's unify, because we all have a key right here, right here. I'm out. Love y'all. Peace, power, love.